Hey, Gal, how are you doing? Howdy, Gal. How are you doing tonight? It's been a while. Hey, Sampy, how are you doing? Hey, so what's up? Katie, how are you doing? Hey, Steven, how you doing? Hey, Richard, how are you doing? Hey, Justin. Hi, Hayes. Hey, Jim, how you doing, buddy? Haven't been on live for a while, so I figured I'd come on live for a while and do an open mic. So if anybody wants to come on live, just say so, and I'll post a link. Hey, Jason, how you doing, bud? Hey, Pappy. So if anybody wants to join, I'm going to drop a link in the. Yeah, we're live, Michael. I'm dropping a link in chat, so if you want to come in, you can click on the link and jump up. Howdy, Jim. Good night, Jim. Maurice, buddy, how are you? I posted a link in chat, so if you need it again, I'll repost it. How's everything going with the family, Maurice? Yeah, you can jump up here too, Katie, if you like. All right, hurry up, Norm. You can drink your coffee. I drink my ginseng. Matter of fact, I gotta get my green tea. Ow. Oh. Yeah, would you? Let me know when would be a good time for you, Maurice. What time in November? I'll know more Wednesday when I go to work if I'll be off November 6th or if I'll be working another month or two. But I'll find out Wednesday when I go back into work. Please do, Maurice. I'm here for you if you need it. I've been meaning to call you too, Maurice. Just work and other duties have been getting in the way. I've been thinking about you and your family and what you've been going through, bud. Hey, PD, welcome. How are you doing, buddy? Doing any fishing lately? I'm going to feed the cichlids real quick and do a feeding frenzy. I'm doing good. I'll be off for the next few days finally, which I'm glad. I can sleep in and get some rest. Hey, Steven. Dried cayenne peppers will do that to you, Stephen. They will make your nose run. That's how they make pepper spray. They use cayenne pepper to make pepper spray, Steven. So it will make your nose run, make your eyes run, and if you get it into your lungs, it make it hard for you to breathe for a while. A lot of your pepper sprays are your hot peppers and other chemicals put together to incapacitate you. You got to see my bluegill tank, Katie. My live well. Aquarium in my bedroom I made into a live well. So, Katie, why don't you come on up? Hey, Mo Creek, how you doing? I'll post a link in here in case anybody wants to come up and chat. They can do it. Probably not this Monday, but probably Tuesday, I think. I'm going to try. But I got to get some stuff done around the house first. I know I need to get some catfish in my freezer. There she is. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
All right.
You on your phone?
Yes.
Oh,
So
we got
when is
another.
your there's Ace.
We got
Hey
Hey
Ace.
Ace.
everybody, how you doing?
All right.
Oh, that's good.
When is your Ren
You
Lake
Ace?
thing, Avid?
Ace.
Yeah, but you there?
I can hear you. I don't know
Hello,
if he
Ace.
can or
Can you hear us?
not.
Yeah, I can hear you, Katie.
I think he's having technical issues.
Well, I'm
I
just
hear
fine,
him.
Abbott. It's on your end. I think he needs to turn the right side hearing aid up.
I think he's got himself muted.
No, not muted.
No, I can hear him, Avid.
Katie, can you hear us?
I can hear
Katie,
Avid. I can hear Ace and
I
you.
can hear you, Katie.
You've got us muted.
He must have us muted.
Yeah. Can you hear
Hello.
me, Avid? Hello.
Can you hear me now, Abbott?
Can you hear us, Ace?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Here. You there yet, Abbott? Can you hear me yet? Looks like I'm going to steal Abbott's show. So how's everybody doing out there?
Okay, I'm back.
All right, can you hear me now, Abbott?
Yeah.
All righty.
Somehow my volume went automatically to silence when you popped in on my
I could
laptop.
hear
I don't know
I
how
could
that
hear
happened.
you and Katie just fine. You just couldn't hear us.
No. Come back up with Katie. I just couldn't figure out what happened because I was looking at everything.
Yeah.
I was going through mine, looking at it to see what the hell happened.
And I told Katie you probably just had the right side hearing aid turned up, but you forgot to turn the left side up.
I don't have a hearing aids. I have impeccable hearing anyway.
Yeah. This is how you been, Avid.
Oh, busy. Swamped. Thinking I'm going to have next month off, and I may not have that off.
Well,
The
that's
guy I'm
not
covering
good.
the shifts for, he's already went in and added more time off without even asking for someone to cover for him. He's on the assumption someone's going to I'm just going to keep going until he's done. He has no regards of anyone else's plans or anything. People like that, I really have a real low tolerance for.
Yep.
Because I was looking forward to coming back live November 6th, and I'm still planning on it unless I find out differently.
No, hopefully you're back.
So do I. I miss it.
But then the money comes in handy too, so.
Yeah, but money's going out quicker than I can't even have any money right now to help me with get things going for YouTube.
It's like me. I've been so strapped here lately and being disabled and disability check. It doesn't help matters much for getting anything.
No. I was talking to Norm about doing something, and he actually made it a good point. He's back.
Welcome back, Katie.
I'm back. You get your sound issue fixed, Avid?
I don't know how that happened. I really don't.
He just turned everything down so he didn't have to hear us, Katie.
When are you having your meet and greet? That's what
Next
he did, Ace.
May
That's
will
right.
be at Wren Lake. It'll be at Wren Lake.
Yeah, Ren Lake. Right.
That lake is catfish
Next
fishery.
May, you said?
Yeah, the third week in May. It has big flues, it has flatheads,
Okay.
it has channel, it has crappie, it has all kinds of fish in there you can catch.
And that Run Lake is a beautiful
I've heard
lake.
it was a great place to fish. Yeah.
It is.
I've heard it was a nice place to fish. I just hadn't never fished there.
Well, you'll get a chance to fish there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun, and it's going to be a 4-day event. So, let me pull up the calendar real quick on my phone.
And I fished Run Lake a lot as a kid. I grew up down in McHenry, Illinois.
It'll be May 20th through the 24th. It'll be 4 days.
Okay.
And I can be there in 45
I think
minutes.
I wrote that down somewhere. 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes from my house.
It'll take me about an hour, I think.
Really? You're closer than that. You're closer to it than me. You just go up 157.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
If you go straight up 157, you're there.
Hey, Rattletrap. Yes, LG Vast. To answer your question, there are ditch pickles in that lake. Some nice ones, actually.
The biggest ditch pickle I caught out of that lake was 7.5 pounds on a crappie jig.
No.
What is a ditch pickle?
A bass.
Oh.
I was fishing for crappie and bluegills for bait. I caught a little tiny bluegill like that, and a 7-pound bass swallowed the little bluegill whole.
Mm.
And I never got my jig back, and I never got the crappie. I never got the bluegill back. But the 7-pound bass never went back to the lake anyway. He went to the skillet.
Half the time, no bass aren't even good for the skillet. They get that pasty, mushy taste to them unless they're in cold water.
Let's see, what I do is before I flay them out, I put them in a cooler, bury them in ice,
Yeah,
leave them set there for a couple hours until they get real, almost like pre-frozen.
yeah.
Then I take electric flay knife to them. And as they're cold, I wash out the blood and everything through the ice, water and ice, and sea salt. Then I put them back on ice and get them real, almost pre-frozen again. Then run them through the flour and everything and dump them in grease.
Yeah.
But I love cooking. I'm thinking about doing
I've never cared for bass though.
bass.
Yeah, not as far as eating. I just like catfish.
Me, I love eating a lot more than I do cooking.
Yeah,
I love
that's a
cooking.
given.
I smoked salmon the other day, silver salmon. That came out good. I'm going to do some salmon dip with it.
Yeah. I've been deep frying pretty much everything. I found this hush puppy mix at Walmart. Man, is it good.
Ren Lake is by. Hold on, man. I'll look it up again. Dang it! I just forgot the town is by.
You mix up the hush puppy mix like you're gonna make hush puppies, and then just dip the chunks of fish in that and deep fry them. Oh, it's great. Okay, Mo.
It's by Benton, Illinois. It's north of Benton and south of Mount Vernon, Illinois. Ren Lake is 13 miles long, 3 miles wide reservoir, located in southern Illinois. It covers 2 counties, Franklin and Jefferson County. It contains 18,900 acres of water, stores 185,000 acre feet of waters, and supplies over 15 million gallons of water per day to over 300,000 people in over 60 communities. Area is 29.53 miles. Max depth is 35 feet. The length is 13 miles. The fish in there is channel cat, flathead, blue catfish, largemouth bass, bluegills, and crappie. That's Ren Lake. But Ren Lake is really known for the crappie. Hey, Tanya, how are you doing?
I thought Norm was coming on here.
Yeah, Norm takes time getting coffee.
No.
It's a good-sized lake. The
Yes.
maximum depth on it's almost 35 feet at the deepest part.
Nice.
It doesn't really take Norm that long to go get coffee. I think what takes him the longest to get ready and do anything is he's got to take his time putting them leggings on.
Yeah. Hey, don't remind me. Whoever has not seen Norm's leggings video, and you want to keep your mind clean and fresh, don't go watch it.
Why, you've been having bad dreams about that, Avid?
That's one thing I cannot get out of my mind after seeing it. The only thing he was missing in that video was a tutu.
Yeah.
Don't give him any ideas.
We need to all pool our money together and go get a pink one just to send to him.
I thought about that.
I love Norm. He's a hell of a great guy. Good fisherman.
So do I, but if we send it to him, I wonder if Mary would make him wear the leggings with the pink tutu again.
That'd be funny if she did.
On live stream.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, guess who's here?
Well, the man himself, Norman.
There he is.
I'm glad you weren't listening to us, Norm.
Oh, I heard it. I heard it when I was coming in. I was like, I see how you are. I see how you are now.
Hey, I'm trying to keep everybody from losing their mind by seeing you in a live stream with your leggings.
Notice you're the one that bring it up the most, so you must have watched it a lot of times. So
No, I just watched it that once, and implant. Oh, I'm trying to get out of my head.
let me make sure I got this. Huh. Well, that's weird. Here on the StreamYard, it won't let. I can see the chat, like the comments, but it won't. It doesn't give me the
won't
option
let you
to
type.
comment.
No, you can't type in it when you're on somebody else's.
Well, that stinks.
But you're on a computer, right? You got 2 monitors or just one?
Just one.
Did you hear the description of Ren Mike when I read it off?
What?
Norman? Katie's coming back.
Because now if you, with being in StreamYard, bring up a second one.
I'm learning. I hit the wrong button.
And then mute YouTube, Norm. You can actually comment through YouTube into it.
Hey, Katie.
That's a good idea.
You going from this way? This way. Turn your phone
I tried
sideways.
that. It made me upside down. See?
Oh, you need to go.
I tried
You need to go and adjust your auto rotate. Did you hear the description of the Run Lake when I read it off, Norm?
Yeah, I've been actually researching that lake since the meet and greet. You know, I've been watching YouTube videos. I've been exploring it. I've been doing my research. I've even been into some older forums that go back to early 2000s to mid 2000s. You know, not 2010s up, but early 2000s. Back when the forums were, it used to be the forum world. It's just a thing in the past now because of Facebook and YouTube.
Right.
But I've read some interesting stuff on forums about the lake. Very well known for crappie,
right,
black and white crappie. Loaded with white bass, and it's loaded with flatheads and channel cats
and blue cats.
Yep.
And the thing that surprised me the most was the depth.
Yeah. Hey, LG Bass. I'm sorry I forgot to say hi. I was going to actually type in the thing.
Welcome back, Jason.
So I haven't been to Red Lake in like 20 years, but when I remember of it 20 years ago, it was the most beautiful lake down there. My dad used to take me there all the time, and I loved it.
Jason, better get warmed up on your catfishing skills because next May you're going to have to defend your title.
Hey, that last trip up there, it was luck, guys. That's all.
I know, that's all it was. Because if they wouldn't have dredged down below where they did, those cats would not have been pushed up against the dam.
No, but you got to think too. Considering, I mean, yeah, I had a lot of luck. The bait paid off using. I wasn't even big cat fishing. I was just trying to catch channel cat, and they just got
done. I was talking to the lock operator. They just got done dredging that canal below the dam Wednesday night. So that pushed everything up towards the dam and in the lock.
Yeah. Now for Red Lake, I'm really hoping quite a few people show up. Ace, I know you're a little ways away from it, but I think if you planned now, saved up a little bit, you may be able to make it. And Katie, you too, maybe. I know you're on a budget. Everybody's on a budget. Unfortunately,
Katie says
I'm really hoping to get there, but my biggest issue right now is the vehicle.
You're coming, right, Katie?
Yes.
And are you on Facebook too?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm your friend on there.
Did we get you added into the Avids meet and greet?
Yes.
I think she's in there, yeah.
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 There will be announcements as we go along with this.
Yeah, we're still planning it. It's not, but we know it's going to be there. I got a feeling the fishing is going to be a little bit better there than the Cascade River.
There's going to be 3 contests there. And one's a cooking contest. Me and Norman talked about this one.
Oh, for the cooking?
For the catfish. Catfish and crappie cooking contest. That's one right there.
I'll cook the catfish, but I highly doubt I'll cook any crappie. So,
and there's going to be the crappie contest for the biggest crappie.
yeah.
That's going to be the daytime one. Then you're going to have the then we're going to have the catfish contest, which that one's changed a little bit. It's going to be the biggest fish for first, second, and third place. Okay. Actually, it's going to be first, second, and third place, and the biggest cat. What are you trying to do? Blind everybody?
Well, I love this little light here. It's just so cool. It's I need to do a live stream of just details about flashlights and stuff. This here, it's a hand. You wave your hand in front of it or off. It's censored and it comes on. If you wave your hand in front of it or off.
Is that cornmeal?
Nope. Norman, right there. When you do the catfish, make sure you fry it. Deep fry it.
Yeah.
Make up a hush puppy mix with the onion flavor, the Martha White.
Oh, yeah.
Dip it in that and deep fry it. Everybody will love your catfish.
I make my own batter from scratch.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm a cheater, and I use that Weisenberg.
I know. That
stuff is killer.
I've tried that Weisenberg on chicken strips. I can't keep that around.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not a cornmeal type person. I don't like cornmeal on my fish. I feel like it doesn't cook the fish fully, and and it kind of holds oil. It holds the oil and it dries it out. Mm-hmm. It holds a lot of grease, and to be honest, I hate biting into fish that's real greasy. I want to be able to taste the fish. I want to be able to taste the batter, and not oil in between.
That's why I like that. You make it with water, and it doesn't hold the oil at all. You can do it with water. It says water or milk, but I always use water. I opened a can of beer the night before.
So, Katie, for that campground, do you know the name of that campground around you?
Yeah, it's at Caseyville Boat Dock. The campground doesn't have a name. It's just a boat dock that's out in the country that they built a little campground site around. It's actually pretty nice. But it's in Caseyville, Kentucky, which is right outside of Sturgis. It's basically part of Sturgis. And it's just a Caseyville Boat Dock. Okay. And they have a little campground there. It's a nice campground. A lot of people camp there on the weekends. So
I've been trying to find a campground area to do like a meet and greet here for Kentucky. There's a lot of people in Kentucky and Ohio, Indiana, Illinois that's really close to each other. But I'm just trying to find that soft spot for a good campground that's not going to charge an arm and a leg.
What was that place in Ohio that was in chat the other night that they said that they had the big cat tournament?
They have so many catfish tournaments on the Ohio River, I couldn't tell you.
No, this one was at one of the boat ramps.
Owensboro.
Oh yeah, that's the town.
It was Owensboro.
Yeah, Owensboro area usually
is less than an hour from me.
Yeah, the Owensboro area along that side where the Ohio runs into where they all meet. It's a really great area to catfish. Similar around the area, yeah.
The confluence where the three rivers meet.
Yeah. And then, next to West Virginia. West Virginia has a great fishery system set up over there. They actually protect the catfish pretty well, unlike Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, But, I mean, they have changed the rules, and I'm not going to knock on the Pay Lake people, not one bit, because I used to be a Pay Laker. I'm not going to lie. I used to Pay Lake fish. But I think they should set the standards a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Because you take Steve Douglas, everybody knows who Steve Douglas is.
Right.
If not, it's okay. I didn't know him at one time neither. I didn't know about him.
But see,
You know, like you said, back in the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, it was nothing. Go to Ohio River, catch 40, 50 pounds almost every trip. And now here we are, 2020. And I know people that's fishing the Ohio River every weekend. Great bait. And you're lucky to catch a 20 pounder, you know.
I did
But I
that
mean,
this summer.
if I was if I was fishing game, which they have control over those pay lakes, or how they stock, and the biologists can do this too, is make them buy their catfish out of ponds, out of stock ponds, instead of going and having them snagged out of rivers. Because as you're doing it, you're stressing them and you're pre-killing them because you're not keeping them in water long enough.
Yeah. Now I don't have nothing against any pay lakes that stock channel cats. I know there's a lot of them that buy farm raised catfish.
Right.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. I would rather eat a farm raised fish from a pay lake than a fish out of the Ohio River. Ohio River is one of the most polluted waters in America. And I've seen some freaky fish come out of the Ohio River. You know what I mean? So that's why you don't see me eating no fish out of no rivers. Now, Kentucky, Katie, you may be familiar with. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. They're called fin lakes. The Fish and Wildlife stock these fin lakes in Kentucky with fresh farm raised catfish. And you will not find a wider meat fish than these fish that are being stocked in these fin lake ponds.
Yeah, the farm raised cats.
And that's where I get my fish from. I don't eat river fish. I know some people will say they've eaten them all their life, never had no problems. You're cool. But to me, if I've seen dumped in these rivers, nope.
The only river I will eat cats out of would be the Kaskaskia.
Yeah, the Kaskaskia River doesn't have as much traffic as like the Mississippi.
No.
Now, I do know the Mississippi is pretty polluted too, just as bad as the Ohio River. But you got to think there's more water moving there.
All the big cities in the northern part of Illinois, it's polluted. Plus, you have heavy equipment that fall off the bridge and land in the bottom of the river they never take out.
Yeah.
Plus barges, your cranes, your bulldozers, your cars, your semis. Plus all the contaminants off the boats.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, but you got to look at it a few different ways. Some contaminants in the rivers and lakes, they're no different than what you're drinking right now out of your water faucet. I used to work for the water company. I used to clean a lot of towers years ago. You get up into them water towers, there's 3-4 inches of sludge built up on the inside of them tanks.
Actually, with the filtration system I have in my house, I don't get none of that junk.
Well, it's like too, if y'all have ever replaced a water heater, a hot water heater, and it's been in the house for a couple of years, the last gallon or two in it will be nothing but just gel, sludge, water.
Right.
What?
So, that could just be from the hard water, but still, you got to think about that too.
That's why I like this new filtration system. It takes care of all that junk.
Yeah. See, this new house has a Samsung stainless steel refrigerator in it, and it's got the filter system on it.
Right.
And you take that water out of that fridge and compare it to the one coming out of the faucet, it's like a world of difference because the fridge has got filter on it.
Yeah.
The normal,
right. It tastes like spring water.
And any filtration system you get, there's still small, tiny particles that are going to come through them filters.
Yeah, but that's where the blue light takes care of that. It burns them off.
Jason Leon does have a good point. He said there's a lot of mercury in the rivers nowadays. There is. You got to think, them outboards, as they're running water through them outboard engines, it's dumping some unburnt fuel into the water that's got mercury in it in the unleaded fuel.
Exactly.
Diesel, especially the diesel fuel. Like when a barge goes by, you're going to smell diesel regardless because of the exhaust fumes from it.
Right.
But, it's like my Kentucky River.
The diesel.
Yeah, it's like my Kentucky River where I like to fish at Lock 10. There is an electric company about a mile up the road, and they take their their discharge water and drop it back in the Kentucky River. That beach I fish on, that I fished with my son a while back, it turns solid black sometimes because they discharge so much water, and it just stinks. I mean, it's almost like a real bad sulfur smell.
It's all that mud from the bottom of the dam that builds up next to the dam gate. When they open it, just comes out.
Oh, listen here, don't have no gate on it. It ain't been functional in 20, 30 years. It ain't been functional since I've ever been born.
No,
but I think they're working on it. But what it is that discharge water, it has burnt coal in with it, and it coats everything around the banks of that river black.
That's a killer for a lot of your fish.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. The fish, there's still fish there, but and plus, I've personally seen people's septic tanks, overflow tank, the overflow water pipe that comes off of it, for an overflow, because all septic systems have an overflow, to excess water right into the river. So raw sewage, you got coal, you guys name it. It's not good.
Oh yeah, a lot of the mercury a lot of times was from when they were dredging and mining the Mississippi for gold. When they clean the gold, they use mercury to separate the gold from the black sand.
Yeah. Hey, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny. How you doing? And when they dump it off, when they clean the mercury off the gold, they didn't care where they put it. They just dumped it in the water, and the mercury is so heavy it drops to the bottom of the water, and it stays there.
I'm gonna ask, hey, Jason Lamb, have you done any good up there on the Powhatan Lake lately? I know I've seen some guys in there catching some pigs up there, so I figured to ask you real quick if you're still in here.
Hey, Charlie Hubbard. How you doing, buddy?
Katie, this is my first time being able to talk to you on here live. What's your PB catfish? Do you know?
About a 10-pound blue is my first best.
Hey, be proud of that 10-pound blue, because there's a lot of people out there that's never caught a 5-pound blue or even caught one in general.
We're gonna have to help.
Yeah, it's been years ago, but do what?
We're gonna have to help you with that one up on Wren Lake.
Sounds good. I'm ready.
So,
Norm, have you considered Kentucky Lake for your meet and greet?
I'm considering Kentucky Lake because I'm not going to lie to you. You probably know just as good as I do. That lake is full of big catfish. Big catfish. Now, you don't hear a lot of people. You don't hear a lot of people fishing it for catfish because they see Kentucky Lake more as a bass lake and a
crappie lake.
Well, not just crappie, but striper lake. They got big striped bass in there.
Well, they got some big crappie in there.
Yeah, stripers. Yeah.
I fished that lake 4 years ago, and I was pulling out crappie 18 to 24 inches.
Yeah. Now, my personal best crappie, I think,
but you could camp there for like $12.
That's not bad. Yeah, see, I'm about to check it out because I would really hate to host a meet and greet for my channel and others around us, and somebody drive 4 or 5 hours and not catch that. Now, what happened up there at Avids? Well, there we go. That way. What happened up there at Avids, it's one of those things where you can't really, it's what's called fishing, not catching, and depending on the fish, the water, they may bite and may not. Now, I just, it's just there's so much pressure on a person when they want to hold a meet and greet and you're not sure of the location. You don't know if the fish are going to be biting. You don't know if they're going to like the area because you don't know what they like in general. Jason said I went 2 weeks.
Well, that's why it's called a meet and greet. You're not guaranteed to catch fish.
That's true. That is true.
I know the lakes. I know all the places that people fishing. I know where the fish are, but getting them to bite. That's the hard part.
Getting them to bite and knowing which bait to throw.
People out there, I can tell them the baits, tell them how to fish it, but if the fish ain't hungry to bite, I can't do anything about that. That makes me nervous. Especially the fishing weekend, I was really nervous because I found out they dredged before.
Yeah, because you got to think, there was fish caught during that last Avids meet and greet. I caught the 39-pounder, that 27-pound blue, and then a little 1-pound flathead on a freaking night crawler. And then
Would have worked.
Matt caught 1 or 2 catfish. My buddy Dustin from Iowa caught 1 or 2 or 3. And then I think that was it. That was it the whole trip. Everybody that was there that caught one. And
Norm, you know this had that dam you wanted to go fish?
huh?
You remember that section of dam you wanted to go fish down there, Kaskaskia River?
Oh yeah.
I fished it 2 days after you left.
Did you?
Me and the guy in a boat. If I wouldn't have had my phone charging at camp, I'd have taken some good freaking pictures.
Yeah. Hey, how crazy.
20 and 30-pound blues, and 17-pound flathead. I mean, we could just walk the bank all the way up next to the dam.
Yeah.
Where the gate was, and drop our baits right there. Right up against it.
That's crazy.
With live baits and cut shad. I mean, they were just stacked up in there.
That's crazy. Yeah, Jason Lamb, you are correct. Fishing is fishing, never a sure thing. That's just how it is. Yeah, I seen your comment about you guessing around 30 pounds. Yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt. My biggest fish, I think my biggest fish ever, I lost it about 6 years ago. I had about 1.5 pounds shell cracker on. I throw it out in the middle of this lake, and no sooner as it hits water, bam, something grabs. I mean, I was like, there's no way there's a fish. That's just the shell cracker swimming. It was a flathead. I sit there and fought that flathead. I had a 11-foot. I had 11-foot nightstick. They call them nightsticks. They're made by American Spirit. I had a Tidewater Walmart $39 reel, great little reels. I think it was 40-pound big game. And it gave me everything it wanted. I fought that fish for probably about 15 minutes. I'm not lying to you. And I got him up to the bank, and I swear that fish's head had to be this wide. After I got him up to the top of the water and I saw his tail, he turned right out the hook.
You remember that big fish I hooked into at the first meet and greet during the contest where his tail slapped on the top of the water?
Yep.
That one would have been the big fish if he wouldn't have wrapped around a tree.
Yep, would have been.
If we wouldn't have wrapped around that tree, because he's right up in front of Jason, not 4 feet from shore. But we didn't. None of us had a net big enough to get him. Long enough to reach.
So, Katie, what kind of fishing poles do you have currently, or are you trying to find you some?
I'm looking for some better ones. I've got some cheap ones that I bought to replace. Like I said, I had a real good one. It was one of those big cats that he was showing on there on the video, Palmetto's video. I had one of those, and I hit the fan with it here and broke the end off of it last year. Right before I went fishing, I was sick. But anyhow, I've got they're called fire sticks. They're actually made in Kentucky.
Yeah,
and,
I got
it's a black rod that's got flames on it. I like those, but I got 2 of them, and they're just cheap ones. I gave under $50 for them.
Go to Walmart and go get the big game ones. They got 2 different styles of big games. One for $21.
Yeah.
And both of these are combo. One's $21 with a Shakespeare rod on it, and the other one's $50, and it comes with a combo. And the one for $50 is more of a heavier action. But they're both good rods, and they're both inexpensive and cheap.
See, I got a 10-foot one, and it came from Bass Pro, but it's so heavy that I can't hardly cast it. If I'm going to have a longer rod, which I'd like to have one, it's going to have to be something that's not really heavy. And so I'm having a hard time
finding the heavy action rod. You can get away with a medium heavy. That's all you need.
Yeah, but this one This one, as far as slinging it, it's got a lot of weight to it, and I don't think they have to be that heavy. Uh, I use medium heavy action rods, but
You see, a lot of your rod makers, they do make them. If you're throwing bigger weights, they do have the rods made for the weight, so it's gonna break or crack.
I'm on stream.
right,
Because if you're going to be throwing a 4 and 5 and 6 ounce weights, they want the rod to have that weight plus a backbone to help launch that weight.
I will quit itching.
right.
Wouldn't you agree?
I'd
Norman?
like to get a longer rod because I've got my new Avid Garcia Cat Max that's a 7,000, and I'd like to get a longer rod for it.
Another good rod.
It's one of the orange ones, but it's a 7,000.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Another good rod you can get too, Katie, is the Daiwa, and they're called a beef stick.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
And
good
they range from $39 to $109. This is actually a 10-footer. I paid $49 for this one, had it shipped right to my house.
Huh.
And I'm running 65-pound line on it with a 50-pound leader, and I've been slinging 3-ounce weights with it with no problem at all.
Nice.
Katie, there's your good rod. 9-foot Akuma longitude catfish rod.
Longitude.
Get them both in medium heavy, and it won't be that heavy to cast.
Another good one for starting
I'm writing
out,
all this stuff down.
which is a 9-footer too, and you can get them at Walmart now, is the Lose Cat Daddies. They're an excellent rod at 9 foot.
The which one?
Lose Cat Daddy.
Oh yeah, I seen them. I just never look at them too much.
And I own 3 of them. I swear by them. I've got them out in Half Crazy's pickup actually that I use all the time.
Katie, another good rod is, I'll send you the link to this website. They're called HT Enterprises. Is what the rod is called. I've got a 10-foot medium, medium heavy, and it's not real heavy. Like I got a 10-foot Eagle Claw heavy action, and you could tell the difference in the way. I know that there's different material because one's heavy and one's medium heavy, but if you're looking for a rod that's lighter, HT Enterprises make a good rod. And I'm not gonna lie to you, a 10-foot medium heavy catfishing rod, $29, brand new.
That's good.
And I
use medium heavy action.
Yeah,
I use medium heavy action, but I've had problems with my back, and I've got hardware in my back. And when I use this heavy one that I have, if I fling it 4 times, I'm just flat out wore out. I hurt. So, I have to have something that, as far as holding, is lighter.
That's a big game rod I'm telling you about that you get out of Walmart.
Yeah,
that's
$21.
The kind I broke. That's the kind I broke. And I
have never had any trouble with them. And
I gave someone one of those spinning ones. I don't know who I gave it to.
Yeah, see, they'll make bad price either. And see, my 8-foot that I caught that 40-pounder on, I only paid $21 for it, brand spanking new, shipped to the door. 8-foot medium heavy, and it still had some wiggle room left in it. I could have caught a 60 or 70-pounder on it if the line would have held up. It was only 20-pound line, so
I don't know if you can hear this click or not.
Oh, we got palmetto in the house,
and we got
and Mark.
These Big Cat XLTs by Zepco, they're an excellent reel too, and you can pick them up. You can pick them up for $30, and you can actually hear these click as you turn up the drag.
Yeah, I hear it.
I'm thinking about putting a combo up in the next meet and greet for a contest.
If you throw up a spinning combo, I'll throw in a bait casting combo.
No, this is going to be a bait casting combo.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was saying. If you do
I think I think you already know the combo I'm talking about.
The
Pin Peerless number 9.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Hey, and the rod it sets on.
I was going to say, if you want to, we can put together a brand new combo set and have it for whoever.
Right, but I'm saying you know the rod it sets on.
Yeah,
And everybody wants that rod.
I know.
I got to talk to the person that I want it from first to see if it's okay.
Yeah, I still have that blue, that Muddy River catfishing rod I won from up there. I just ain't decided on what reel to put on it yet. I haven't found one I felt that would, And I've got to get. I do real giveaways too when I hit 2,000 subscribers. That's not far away.
This rod right here on the 28th will be given away on Chad's the bait shop.
That's cool.
So make sure you tune in for that.
That's a nice one.
You hit the end of this and it'll actually flash and beat.
Neat.
Everybody that's in here, let's help Stan the man. He's at 65 subscribers. Let's help him hit 100. Please. If someone in chat can share his link.
Yeah, Stan's my partner in crime on Bait Shop Mafia on Monday nights after that.
We need to get him over 100 subscribers.
That we do.
65.
Ever since I started my channel, I haven't caught a fish.
That
haven't caught anything.
Here's what I came up with. I've been doing live streams. I've been doing videos, fishing. And every time I'm fishing with a live stream or video going, fish will nibble. They won't bite, nothing. But as soon as I turn that damn phone off and the video off, bam, the rod bends.
Yep.
Stan did 2 videos today. He got cats in both videos. One was a really good one. Mm-hmm. I think it was a 21-pound cat he got in the one.
Yeah, I feel bad. I haven't fished since last time I went up there to Avids.
I fished twice. I'm so tired. I want to go fishing tomorrow, but I'm so tired. I just want to sleep and rest tomorrow.
Like right after I got back from your trip up there, I got the word that we got the house and we had to get everything going, get packed, get moving. Then we finally got moved. And then work. And then Mary had to work 100-something hours over 2 weeks. And
slacker, Chad. Look who's talking.
You tell him, Chad. He is slacking. I mean, you even offered to take him out in that boat.
Normally, he's got priorities he's got to take care of first before he goes fishing.
Chad has invited me. I've had fishing with the J-Dog. Jason Blackburn's invited me. Carl has invited me to come down and fish with him. And I'm like, I would love to fish with everybody, but I can't. I just don't have the time right now. And it sucks so
I'm sorry, Norm. Mark, I didn't mean to wake you up.
Hey, Mark.
Everybody's so nice and wouldn't offer taking me out on their boats and stuff. And I just can't do it.
Should not have got rid of the minnow.
I still want to get.
I can't say nothing. I may have a twin coming back to me just like it on a natural trailer.
Hey, D, how you doing?
I can't say nothing.
That's have 2 online contests I'm going to be working on. One is going to be a bank fishers contest. All bank fishing. And if there's going to be some boat fishing, boaters that want to get into bank fishing, there's going to be rules and stipulations on that where they cannot use the boat. They can use the boat to get to the bank spot they want to use, but they cannot land a fish off the boat or cast off the boat. Or fish off the boat.
If I leave my rod in the holder on the bank, can I at least take my hook out and drop it off of the boat?
No.
I wanted to get out there further.
That's cheating.
That's cheating. That's disqualification.
If you're out of sight of Avid, as long as you're 15 feet away from him, he can't see you anyway. So
15 feet away from you, Norm. What are you talking about, Norm? We watched you catch some big fish down there fishing with
the video.
We watched you catch some big fish down there fishing with the Avid Mississippi River, but you never even paid attention to Avid putting a diving suit on and going out in there and hooking them big fish 2-year lines for you to catch.
Yeah, hey, He didn't even know that I'd done that.
Yeah.
Don't be feeding his ego. Do not look at that man's brain.
Hey, he don't know what I do to make sure people catch fish down there.
You know, take it for an example. I went to Kaskaskia River.
At least I'm not catching little babies like this and throwing them back.
Yeah, and then you hooked the big ones on his line for him, and he got the biggest fish.
I know. He caught a 30-pounder dude because of me.
You know, take the Kaskaskia River. I went up there 2 times. My first trip, I caught one 11-pound blue, and then I don't know how many small baby blues. I guarantee it was 40 or 50 little fish. Nothing over a pound.
By the time that weekend was done, you had over 90 of them.
It was ridiculous. I mean,
90 babies, no bigger than about 3 inches to about 6 inches.
And then the second trip I went up there, I didn't catch very many small ones. I only caught 1 or 2 small ones, and the rest were the big ones.
Yeah, in a carp.
I didn't catch no carp. I did catch 1 carp. Matt caught about a 10-pound carp. It was nice.
Yeah, Matt caught a 10-pound buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo has an arch right down the dorsal fin.
No, his was a grass carp. His was his was
a buffalo.
Common carp. But
and that arch in their back.
You know, and then you take I fished the Ohio River. I want to say about 6 or 7 times this year. Caught maybe from the bank. I caught maybe 4 fish, catfish, and that's an hour and 30-minute drive for me there, and 30-minute hour drive back every trip. Okay, and then
it's been bad this year on the Ohio.
And then Jason took me out on his boat using the same bait, same area, just about where I've been fishing on the bank. And I light them up just fast you hit the water. I caught a 23-pound blue, and then I was like, "Am I really missing out this much on a boat, or is it just location?" But you know, after I got on the Navionics app and I started looking at the areas I was fishing. Most of the areas I was fishing, it was just a small slope bottom, no deeper than 7 or 8 feet, except for one area. I fished a ledge. It consecutively dropped off every 2 foot all the way down to 28 feet.
Yeah,
I did catch fish there, but it wasn't nothing really to brag about. Just a couple of channel cats.
It was an awesome show tonight, Palmetto.
I popped your link up there for you, Avids, so if somebody wants to jump up here, I can hop off, you know.
I've been posting it.
But yeah, this past weekend, last night, I was not feeling good. I was tired, exhausted. I was just like a zombie staring at the screen. I was like,
but
Matt was like, Norm.
It's a lot of work. You get all those videos.
We got some good sized bluegills in that lake as well. So
yeah.
For a hand like this, and you catch a bluegill like that, that's a good bluegill.
Yeah. See, when I come up there, when I come back up there, I'm bringing. I'm not going to bring no bluegill unless they're crap. What are they called? Not bluegill.
Shell crackers.
Not shell crackers. The other one. Not long-eared green sunfish. They were good bait too. But my favorite pumpkin seed. Seed.
They got pumpkin seeds in there too.
Them are my favorite bait for flatheads.
They got pumpkin seeds, sunfish, shell crackers, bluegills, red ears.
Now the
red ears are really big in that lake.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna ask the Fish and Wildlife up there if I could use goldfish. I'm pretty sure I've already have. But I had to check my emails. I know
you got the fishing regulations, right?
Yeah, I got them in my closet in one of them cubes in that closet.
Go to that. Look up the region of that lake and call the biologist.
Yeah.
He'll be able to tell you if he can or can't. because he helped the biologist will help set the regulations for that area.
And I know when I come back up too, because I know there's crappie, I'm gonna bring 3 or 4 pounds of minnows.
I'm bringing both of my crappie backpacks.
I'm gonna bring. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm crappie fishing, I'm using live minnows. I'm not gonna be using. I may use a rooster tail. I may use a 3-inch white grub worm with a pink jig head. I know it sounds crazy, but that is my favorite go-to small bass and and my crappie lure. It's a little 3-inch grub worm made by, I think it's Mr. Twister is the name. They sell them at Walmart, $1.68 a pack. And then I buy some. I think they're one. I don't think they're 1/16. I think they're 1 1/4. They're pretty good size little jig heads. I want to make sure it sinks pretty good. And I use those for my crappie and small bass, and I just dominate with them. And if I'm not using that, I'm using live minnows. I'm sorry, I'm alive. I love my live minnows. I love my live crickets and red worms. I'm not much on the fake lure fishing. I'm not gonna lie, unless I'm bass fishing.
Norm, if you can find them, look for the little 1-inch pink and white. They're pink and white, and they're called a fuzzy grub.
Yeah. And
if you can find them, they're killer on Ren Lake.
And the only other artificial lure I really use is those little jigs. I may have sent them to Avids, called little skunk lures.
I got them. Plus, I got the other ones I showed you about.
Little double pair jig setup.
Yeah. You brought them up, but I never tried them. You took them back home.
I know. Yeah, my bait shop doesn't get them very often.
Yeah, you said you're bringing up a couple for me to try, and I never got them.
I know. But you made out more than I did. You took home a brand new thing of fish batter. I even made out like a bandit.
Yeah, but it seems like every time someone leaves a meet and greet, I always take home 40% more than what I brought.
I know.
People always leave something like skillets, food, clothing.
I know you've got my little lantern that takes batteries. That little Uh-oh.
Hey, Stan.
Hey, I'm going for a record.
Stan the man.
My third live stream today.
Here, I thought you were going to go skiing today.
Yeah. No, not me.
Looked pretty slick down there on the bank.
Oh man, when the rain started, it was nice when we first got there, but once that rain started, that bank was getting slick. That's why you saw my fat ass staying in the chair.
Can somebody in chat please post up Stan's link and let's help him get over 100 subscribers. Let's share him out and help him grow.
Thank you so much. What a blast I had, and I can't tell you, Avid, the support from everybody, people stopping in, and it's amazing. I can't believe that we were there. I think 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, and 20-some people. I've already had 100 and I think I just looked at it before, 170 views or something like that.
That's crazy.
Just today.
I missed it live. I missed it. I didn't know you was even live.
There's been something going on with notifications. They turned mine off for Chesapeake. I thought he's just stopped putting out videos, and I hadn't gotten any of his notifications. I'm gonna go back through all my subs and just re-click the bell, I think.
That's what I did today. I've been using my phone to watch a lot of live feeds, but I finally got my desktop set back up, and I went through all my subscriptions and made sure them bells were clicked. Like, there's been times I know when people were live, but it never notified me on my phone, my computer, or anything. So I'm like, well, the bell is clicked. Why ain't it showing up?
That's like me. I didn't get any notification that he went live today either. But that might be due to I didn't get out of bed till about 3:30, 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Hello, Mrs. Catfish and Hunter. How are you enjoying your new house?
I don't think he heard you.
No, I was talking to Mary.
Oh.
How are you enjoying your new house?
then I didn't hear you.
Yeah, that night that Palmetto was doing the Real Talk, I looked for almost 3 hours for my Palmetto Cat shirt. I went through every box in his house. I went through every box in the garage, every box in the shed behind the building. And I'm like, I know I got that shirt somewhere. And I still ain't found it yet. So,
You know, I haven't washed my Palmetto Cat shirt from that meet and greet yet.
ooh.
It still smells. Hey, it's still coated with wood smoke.
Still got the sweat of shame, huh?
It's like me. I can't find my Palmetto Cat shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking today at some
Or
shirts.
my Headhunter shirt.
There you go. I gotta buy me another headhunter shirt. Mine is
If I ever can afford it, that's what I'm gonna get, the Headhunter shirt.
yeah. Like I am trying my best to find that range of price and budget to where it's not high for anybody, because I'm not in YouTube or selling shirts for money. You know, I don't care about the money. I'm just doing it for the fun. I love talking to people and interacting. But people are charging an arm and leg to get stickers made and shirts. You know what I mean? Now the Teespring, I use the Teespring. I go ahead, I let them do that, and I got it set to the lowest that they will let me sell it to set it. Because if it's negative, like say the shirt costs $15 to make, and $15.99 to make with them printing it and everything, and I do it for $16.01, they won't let you do it like that. You got to make it to where they can make a few bucks off of it too.
You have to tell them at least $2 higher.
Yep. And and then but I am
some stuff they won't let you go underneath their price no matter what.
But I am very happy with their sticker quality. Now my stickers I get through them that's on there, they're $4 for a freaking sticker for one sticker. I know. But the quality is there. I'm not going to argue with that. Now the shirt printing, like my logo, depending on what shirt you get it on, it may be a little iffy, and that's why I don't like advertising. Because I hate seeing someone pay almost $20 for a shirt plus shipping, and it come in a little, iffy. I wouldn't want that on nobody.
So now I have the Teesprings account all set up. I have merchandise in there. I just can't find my deal, so I can put it up so people can go do it and order. So if they can find it on there, they can do it that way. But
yes, sir.
Palmetto says to check your messages in Facebook.
Sticker mule.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Palmetto.
Since we're talking to Miss Katie right here, I wanted to say something to her.
Yes,
she needs to be the next channel that starts, because she already has.
I have one, but I haven't caught any fish.
That doesn't matter. She
already has one video up for an intro that she done, which she did really good on.
Well, she's already got the best name in YouTube, Catfishing Katie Collins. I mean, that's just awesome name.
Well, whenever she has a question about it, she normally asks me, and if I can't answer it, I send her to Norm, which Norm's I know is very knowledgeable.
Yeah, well, we're glad that you're here, Katie.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And since she's moving into a new house, she hasn't had time to go fishing yet anyway, so.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've been painting a lot lately.
What's the prices like on Sticker Mule, Palmetto?
It depends on how many you order. The more stickers you order, the cheaper it is per sticker. But I like dealing with Teespring because I don't have to worry about touching it ever. If something happens and the shirt's messed up, you contact them, and you don't have. There's no middleman. You know what I mean?
No, Palmetto is talking about Sticker Mule.
Yeah. Sticker Mule is not bad. Another thing you have to be careful of too is when you upload your artwork, you have to make sure it's the right pixels for the right size you're uploading it for to be printed. I think that's my biggest issue. I know Palmetto helping me set up a picture for 300 PPI or something like that. Sometimes you have to convert your image to, how do I say it, a different setting in order for it to come out printed correctly on something. I thought Katie was flipping me off there for a second when she called.
I didn't know what she was doing.
I'm trying to type.
You're checking her
Palmetto's
palmetto
trying to throw
message.
me off.
I
Yeah.
apologize.
I didn't know
No,
what
I'm
the
not
heck she was
flipping you
doing.
off.
I thought she was trying to poke each one of us in the eye.
She's a proud member of the Boom Squad. She had to check that message.
We'll blame it on Kevin. It's his fault.
That ain't a bad price, Palmetto. 100
No.
stickers for $50.
No, it's not.
Oh, this next week, I was talking about doing find a charity to do a donation to. So if you guys do have a charity that you would like to be voted on for the next meet and greet, post it up and either message me or Norm, and we'll put it in the survey on the Avids meet and greet.
Thank you for letting me know that, Palmetto. I appreciate that. He said those stickers I send out are from Sticker Mill. That's good to know.
That's cool.
Kev, do you have an app that can convert the image to the right quality? Palmetto has helped me out a lot. That's the reason why I've gotten so good with my thumb. I mean, I know my thumbnails are not perfect, but they're better than what they've normally been. I mean, you can go back and look at my channel and see the previous thumbnails. I just used the bright yellow and special lettering that TubeBuddy would let you use, and that's about all I used. And then Palmetto came along and started getting back into it. I was like, hey, what do you use? He sure have told me and showed me. He didn't hold back, not one bit. And they are
poking everybody, Katie.
Do what?
Are you done poking everybody?
Yeah, I figured out how to turn the camera off. I told you I was learning.
I know. I just thought it was funny. Seeing a hand like this going.
So do y'all have any
something.
plans?
You're the one that told me to turn the camera.
Hey, One Ton, how you doing, bud?
One ton.
VA shout out to One Ton.
1 ton.
Hey,
So do y'all have any
One
plans
Ton.
for Halloween
Steve,
this
can
year?
you post Stan's link again?
Okay, thank you, Palmetto. Yeah, I'll remind you.
Yeah,
so
send me that too, would you, Kevin? The link.
So are y'all doing anything special for Halloween this year?
Right now, we're not having anybody over or anything.
We're just my granddaughters are gonna be here. That's all that matters to me.
Yep. Now,
Yeah,
guys,
right now-
I would hate to get on this topic of COVID, but don't think it's not real because it's there, unfortunately. I never thought in my lifetime I'd see something like this.
Everybody, please click on that link in chat for Stan, and let's help him get over 100.
Palmetto, you better get some good footage of that because I'm on this. Me and Matt has been talking, and we're on that camping survival talk here lately. And me and him's been thinking about putting together some videos for survival, buying stuff online, trying it out. We're even going to do some taste testing of MREs, really old MREs. So that should be interesting.
Well, take my word for it. Any MREs past 70, don't.
I know. He opened one. Matt had some. He said he opened up and it had the actual camels still in it. No filtered camels in
I know.
MRE.
Whatever you do, anything past 80, no.
Well, as you can see, I'm not far from a bathroom here. So if I eat one on here live, I have to go.
No.
It's right there.
It was
That's why they come with
your
the.
throat like concrete. And no matter how much strong coffee or mouthwash you use, it will not come off.
That's why it comes with toilet paper.
No, the MREs, the food. I mean, they made it to where it stick to your ribs, but when you swallowed it, it was like, stop.
Are y'all dealing with fruit flies? Well, baby gnats. Are y'all dealing with those too in your house, gnats?
Yeah, I get that.
Yes.
I get it whenever it changes season. Like it's been not too bad here in Virginia, but today it was like only in the 40s. It was like 44 when I was out fishing today, and it's been getting colder at night. And I've noticed that some have been coming in.
Dude, when we first moved in this house,
Thank you, D.
we had big fly strips and hang up everywhere.
Let's hope Stan and Katie both get over 100 subscribers.
I need
I
to
really
do an actual
appreciate-
video
I really
on
appreciate-
there.
You
I
are,
really appreciate that, Avid.
but you have to go have time to go fishing to do a video.
That's right.
Actually, you can
This is
do a
true.
video just by doing your tackle talk about your tackle you got, your tackle boxes, how the tackle you using, your line, rods, how you have them set up, stuff like that.
I understand exactly what she's saying, though. I was hesitant. That's why I put that first video up of just the pictures of myself and my son and my granddaughters, just the picture slideshow. That's why I put that video up. And until I've had some fishing videos out there where I've actually caught some fish, then I'm like, okay, now that I've caught some fish, now I can kind of say, here's my poles, here's this, here's
Right.
that.
But I'm just trying to help her out with some ideas until she
Definitely.
can go fishing.
I would watch it. I would.
You can post content.
And that's
Now, where do you edit your videos at?
Norman, that's a good question for him.
Now,
Where do you edit your videos?
that is a tough one. Do you have a desktop or a laptop?
I have a laptop.
Laptop.
Exactly, Kevin.
Okay. There is several ways you can edit your videos. There's actually some apps you can use to download on your phone, and you can record with your phone. My iPhone, take my iPhone example. It has iMovie already in it. That's the last, 8 to 10 videos. It's been through my iPhone. It's a good phone, but it sucks at live streaming. It gets too hot and it shuts off. It kills me. If you use a GoPro, there's even certain phones that you can take the SD card out of the GoPro and put into your phone and edit through your phone off the SD card from your GoPro. So, there's that option. Then if you're still continuing using the GoPro or an action camera, you can use your laptop or desktop. There is softwares out there that does video that you can buy that does video editing. Now, there is some free versions out there, but you have to be careful with the free versions.
Wrong one.
Some of the free versions that you download for a desktop or laptop, you're going to get a little bit more than what you asked for. It'll add some stupid software to it to ads everywhere. It'll add an extra new toolbar to it. So if it's free for a laptop or a desktop, unless you know for sure it's a good deal, it's free, it's legit, then go for it. But if you don't download it. I did that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
When I use my GoPro, I use a editing software called Pinnacle Studio 21 is what I use. It was new when I first bought it. I paid $79 for it. You can download it onto your desktop or computer, but there's a catch to editing software. If your computer is a normal Joe computer like mine, depending on, you can edit through the GoPro app. Yep. If you have a GoPro,
I just have my phone. That's it.
Yeah.
What kind of phone you got?
All I have is my phone.
If you got a GoPro, they have an app too, just like Palmetto said. You can use the GoPro app and edit through the
What
app.
type of phone do you have, Katie?
Samsung.
Samsung? That would be
Yeah.
Android, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
Now there is phone apps you can download to edit your videos on too, but they'll have like a watermark. You see how it has StreamYard in whichever corner it's in at the top?
Yes.
See that StreamYard logo? That's how.
Yes.
It's over there.
All right, Dean, thank you for posting the link and have a good night.
When you edit the video, sometimes the ones you download for free on your phone will show that watermark. Now I know people that use it, the one with the watermark. If you want that removed, sometimes you have to pay a little bit to get that removed. So it makes your video look a little bit more,
professional.
Yeah, professional, pretty much.
Yeah, I downloaded a free app, and it doesn't have the watermark, but it's only got so many features. Because all I have is my phone. I don't have a laptop. I don't have a tablet, desktop, nothing. I just got my phone.
There's one for you.
Thank you, Kevin. I'll try that. Okay.
Yeah, InShot.
I'll try that one.
See, I'm glad Palmetto's in here because he's giving us pointers that I didn't even think about. I'm going overboard. But back to the editing software. If you got a computer or desktop, depending on which model and what kind of gigabyte RAM, your computer has a RAM. That's what runs everything in your computer. Yeah. And if you don't have the right RAM and hard drive in it, video editing can be very tiresome. Same thing with slow internet. If you got really slow internet, like my old house was 4 to 5 megabytes per second download. It took me 2 days to upload a 10-minute video at 720 pixels. So
I think we'll get it. Is that for Kevin,
Coral?
Is that in chat for Android phones too?
Say it again.
InShot, is that for Androids?
Yeah, it's an app. I wish I could put that image up here because I might be able to pick it up on my phone.
I've been using PaintShop Pro X7 by Carl.
See, this is what I use for my thumbnails. It's called, oh God, I'm sorry, guys. I ain't going to pick up. It's called Spark Post. Spark Post. That's what I use for my, and it removes the watermark. See, this is my video coming up tomorrow. I don't know if y'all can see it. Just drop it.
We could.
See. And it's got all kinds of cool little features. I'm doing the Ozark Trail Director's Chair review and torture tested. I throw that chair 3 times off my 12-foot balcony onto concrete, see if it breaks. So, I'll let y'all.
Not lazy.
But it's a pretty easy app to use. There's all kinds of features. It's endless. The best way to learn anything about editing, YouTube. Get on YouTube and look up best editing software or cheapest editing software. There is millions of videos, a lot of tutorials, great information.
Well, unless your technology ended about in 1988. I'm proud of myself. I'm almost up to 2000 now. I'm almost caught up to 20 years ago. So
yeah, I'm only 31. I know I'm still.
One time I use either live minnows or I use brush pile jigs with 1/32 jig heads. And I lace them with a wax worm behind it.
I think we lost Norm.
Yeah, Norm likes posing in that picture a lot.
At least it wasn't a bad shot. He wasn't stuck like.
Hey, at least he's not in leggings in the tutu. That's a blessing.
Yeah, I'm so far behind that when I do the live streams, I still don't have I can't see the chat like I could today because I was the host, so I could see the chat. Luckily, somebody told me about that, but I believe it was the Chad that pointed that out. But when I come up on a panel like this, I don't have a separate device. So while I love talking to everybody, I miss what people are saying out in the chat, which is what a lot of us come into the rooms for to begin with, is to talk to everybody.
Right.
So
Yeah, I don't have
that's what I'm working
that
on.
up either. I can just see you guys. Yeah, I need to do that too.
I like that InShot.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
I'll
I
have to
like I
check
said,
that one out.
the one that I got, I did my last video, the unboxing video I did with that one, and I was able to do. It just had small features, like you could do. It only allowed you to do certain transitions, and you could only do certain. Had just had limited features, but for just starting out, I was able to actually do that last video and put screenshots in there and whatnot. So I guess for me, it's not a bad starting one, but
Well, according to InShot, they make it really affordable, so you can upgrade it. You can do $9.99 a year, which comes out to maybe 83 cents a month.
oh,
You can do
That's not bad.
$2.99 a month or $29.99 one-time purchase for a year, or something like that, and it gives you a 7-day free trial for the InShot.
That sounds pretty good. Now, what's the deal with StreamYard?
StreamYard, it's
It's-
an app that you can use on your phone or your laptop and go live from the bank or from your house. You don't have to download it. You just bookmark it. You go in, you get 20 hours free a month, or you can upgrade and get unlimited, where you can get other specialties with it. And you can add friends up to 10 people in chat on live stream.
Okay. Okay.
StreamYard is cake. I did it today, and that was the first time I've come on other people's feeds, but as far as setting up my live stream today, I just typed in StreamYard, and I had to go to my YouTube settings to allow streaming. I think it was YouTube instantly approved it. Went back to StreamYard and hit the button. It was.
I didn't have to go through all that problem when I did StreamYard.
It's probably.
When it creates it, it gives you an option what channel you want to go to. I just went down to YouTube, clicked on that, did my banner, then went into the studio and went live, and it's been going great.
Yeah, it was
See, I've
probably
got
because
mine.
Go ahead.
I've got mine linked to YouTube and Facebook, so I can stream to either one or both.
Oh, I could do them both.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun today.
Oh yeah, it looked like it. I just wondered when your son was going to go in the river.
Yeah, I was so upset though. I caught the 20 plus pounder like I was trying to get it set up. That's why when you had messaged me, as a matter of fact, Avid, and I had tried to do it the first time, and that's when it said I couldn't go live until YouTube approved, and I had to go do the different settings, and that's when it showed up that I was with the name, had the name, and it said that it was coming up or whatever, and you messaged me and said, "Are you going live?" And it was like right during that same time that I'm like, well, I guess so. At first, I didn't think that I was going to go live because I'm like, well, I won't be able to see the comments. That's going to be a pretty boring live if I'm just sitting there and I can't see what anybody's saying. They're going to be like, this guy's arrogant. He's not even talking to us. I'm out of here.
I'll give you an app that I use for when I do that. What I can go live off my phone and you can see the chats. It's Camera Fi, Fi Live, that you get out of Google Play Store. And you can go live off that right into YouTube or Facebook. And you can see chats. Like, if you have your phone like this, it shows the camera and everything, and your chats come up on one side.
Yeah.
While you can see the people you're talking, your rods and everything. And during the video, you can even flip your screen to where you can see the rods too.
So, your phone is no bigger than what mine is, Avid. How do you get chat big enough so you can read it on the phone?
We see it'll come up on. Let me see if we can do it.
Mine comes up on the left side, but it's so tiny I can't read the chat.
Mine came up good today, but I was the only one on there, so it was.
You can go into your settings and increase your font size too. See that? Oh, that's the. Oops. I gotta upgrade the app. Dang it. But what it does is you see everything, see the whole screen, but on one side you see your words a little bit darker to where you can read them.
Yeah, mine come up black, so I can just barely read it.
See, I had to go back through the settings and readjust the font size and wood coloring.
All right.
To where you can darken the words to where if you're in bright lights in the sunny area, you can get the black lettering to see them. But if you have a lot of glare, you can tint the glare too through your phone.
I got lucky. I could see it perfectly. Like I said,
I'm talking about on camera 5. You can go through your settings and mess with it to where you can see everything.
Yeah, like I said, I think it was the Chad that said that, and probably a couple other people that said that if you're doing StreamYard and you're the host, you can see the chat on the side. So
Right.
That's when I'll go back because I went to YouTube Live thinking that I couldn't do the YouTube Live after I had tried to set it up already. So that's what
I like that Camera 5 app.
I'll have to look at it.
Huh?
I'll look at it.
Because I can be talking, and if I see my rods going on takedown, I just switch the camera from me to that side, and you can
I've seen you do that before.
Down, which I like. But you gotta have a good service where you get good signal everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, because what I had to do today was hit cam and then settings and then do the drop down, go to camera 2, I think. That's
why you had to go through there and get your YouTube and StreamYard all set up to where it worked.
But that's during that time that's when we caught the 20+ pounder, which I was trying to get the video in today, but then when we got home, my granddaughters had different plans, so we ended up having a.
You know how grandkids are.
Oh man, I love it. That's how I ended up in Virginia. I lived in upstate New York, right on a lake. What could be better? I went out my front door. I was 30 yards to the lake.
Wow.
I'm not going into that story. No.
Well, guys, have a good night. I'm gonna hop off of here. I got carpet to put down tomorrow.
Yeah, good night, Katie.
Later, Katie.
All right. See ya.
Safe.
It was nice talking with you, Katie.
I'm not going to go into the story about my move.
But then my son moved down here to Virginia with our granddaughter at the time, who was barely 1, and I got tired of the 6-hour trips back and forth, so here we came down to Virginia. That was in 2011.
I've been down here in Illinois for almost 12 years. And where I moved from, boy, I could have been at any lake or river within 15 minutes. Now it takes me anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes to get to any lake or river I want to go to. It's a big change.
At least I got lucky. The James is only like 10 minutes from the house, so.
Kaskaskia is 25 minutes. Where I go up on the Alton Dam on the Mississippi is 45 minutes. Carlisle is 45 minutes for the lake. And down below the dam is 45 minutes. If I want to go down to Wren Lake, that's almost an hour drive. So all my good places like going anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour.
But I tell you, the spot I went to today, we'd been down here, like I said, since 2011, and really fishing the James for like maybe the past 5 years or so. But that it's hard to find public bank spots where you can actually go.
Right.
And I've heard everybody talking about Google Maps and Google Earth, whatnot. That's how we actually found the spot that we were at today. It's only it's like maybe a 15-car parking lot. It's only gosh, you saw the little stretch that we were fishing on. That's the public side of it. So it's only I mean, it's, if you're not there, somebody else is already there, you got to go someplace else. But
good night, one ton.
Later, one ton.
I know you're feeling, Mark. A 30-minute drive is really not into it, but it is what it is to go fishing. You're welcome. Hi, Mastermind.
It's like me. Half the spots I'd love to go fish, I can't because I can't get down there.
Well, with everything I carry in my truck for fishing, I don't fish far from my bed in my truck.
I can't get up and down the hills anymore, and stairs just kill me.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of bank fishing I do is not hard to get into.
That's my issue. Like, that's why I don't, especially with like the going live, I try to go with my son because then he basically takes me fishing now. The roles have reversed. So, anybody that watches
fishing, and when banks get slippery, he goes in the lake where you catch the rod.
Yeah, there you go. But he makes me proud. So
there's a couple of times I thought he was going to go in. He's got balance, like we used to call him Monkey Boy. That left foot slid and that right foot came up. I thought he was gone.
Yeah, did you see the one time I was about a minute and a half late, but I saw that the one time and I tried to reach back, but not quite as quick as I used to be. But
no, he almost bit it that one time.
Yeah, he was.
No matter how much you reached, you were not going to catch him.
No, he was like, he's always been like that though. He was like maybe 3. We had a fenced in yard and stuff, and we had a porch out on the front. You know, the old porches where it had the wooden railing, and then it had the what do you call it? The went up to the top. Well, I'm watching the TV, and I look 1 second, and he's right there. Next thing I know, I'm looking out the front window onto the porch, and there he is, crawling up this thing. He's all the way to the ceiling by the time I got out there, out on the front porch.
Crawling up the pillar?
What's
the corner,
the
corner pillar?
Yeah. He just, like 3 years old, and just scurried right up the thing.
I'd scare my mom every time I done that.
Oh, yeah.
I got beat every time I did that on my grandmother's house. Crawl up the corner of her house up to the second floor deck. She'd have a fit.
Yeah.
Scare the daylights out of her because she'd be up there having coffee. And next thing she knows, I'm crawling over the second floor railing, and she's looking for a ladder, and there's no ladder.
Yeah, well, it served him. It served him well because he's an electrician, a commercial electrician. So a lot of ladders and beams and this and that. So he uses that balance now.
Well, those old rubber tennis shoes with wooden siding that slanted like this coming out, that has a good traction to climb on those old corners up the corner of the house because you had grips this way and you had foot grips this way. I'm like, yeah, go. But now you can't do it no more.
Oh,
you got all this vinyl stuff that bends as soon as you put your foot to it. Then again, with my weight, it wouldn't help anyway.
No.
Yeah,
no. That's why I had to get one of them heavy duty. The only way I can go fishing, I had to get one of those heavy duty supersized chairs. It's got a 600-pound weight limit because I just crushed those other ones.
I got 3 from work that they gave me that brand new. The Arctic chair, and the metal is about like that round.
Yeah.
It's made for big guys, and it's rated for over 350 pounds.
Yeah, this chair is rated 600 pounds, so far it's been good.
And you can get those RTIC chairs offline, but they're going to cost $100 a chair. Nice green screen. I like the wolf.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
Did you upgrade your StreamYard?
Yeah.
He did it just for our show. What a good partner.
Hey, Dixon, how are you doing?
So I got the banners and everything to work, and
I'm thinking about upgrading my StreamYard. I'm not sure yet, but I got to get some bills caught up first before I do that.
I think myself it's well worth it. Just do the 3 month. It's $60 for the 3 months, but if you do it monthly, it's $25 a month. So you can save $15. Doing it 3 months.
So you just pay the $60 straight up for 3 months.
Yeah, for 3 months. But I went the $25 a month route. It's $20, and then they soak you an extra $5. But if you do it for the 3 month period, then it's only $60.
Hey, Jason, how you doing? Yeah, there's a link if anybody else wants to come up and join us.
But just with the regular version, you can do these green screens here that I have. You can go find pics anywhere and just upload pics.
Oh, there we go. I like that one.
Well,
Right now where I'm sitting, it'd be hard to do a green screen behind me.
the hardest part of the green screen I found was getting the back screen, which is just this green piece of cloth back here behind me.
Yeah. But see, I got the aquarium here, and I got some stuff on the wall that the green screen would have a hard time coping with.
And then this one, Kendall fish, or Kendall catfish.
Yeah, your dog would.
My favorite back green screen right now, though, is actually one that I took a photo of years ago. Well, not really that many years ago, but used to do photography, and that's Dell's Pond up here in Wisconsin. It's one of the last 2 working mills we have.
That's cool. That was a good live stream you did earlier, Addiction.
Yeah, awesome. What an awesome job for his first live stream.
That's good. That's an awesome live stream for his first one.
I mean, I like his videos to begin with. He's just awesome. But
are you two going to plan on having guests on your live streams, or just open mics, or what?
It'll be open mic.
For right now, we're just getting started. That's what it's basically starting out as, and see where it goes from there.
That's cool. I started out doing my live streams with doing DIYs, cooking videos, recipes, stuff like that.
Yeah, I had a blast last week when we did it. Luckily, my son was able to go last week when we did our first show, and I was able to fish from the bank there and caught a couple kittens, a couple baby cats. But
I do a lot of DIY projects myself too.
Yeah.
If you look up Bait Shop Mafia with Ace and Stan on Facebook, I put up a bunch of photos today, and in there's some green and red rod holders that I cut and weld and make all the time as well.
I've thought about doing that addiction, especially when I get a couple briskets. I'm going to do that. I'll do a recipe for them and how I trim them up from the marinade and all that to marinate the briskets. Then show you how I set up the smoker and all that stuff. Because I got a smoker that's big enough to handle 2 decent sized 30-pound briskets. So it'll work with an offset burner. I'm going to do a lot more cooking videos and fishing videos and stuff like that. Especially with splatched chicken and splatched turkey. In case you don't know what that is, that's taking turkey that's whole and splitting it and laying it flat and smoking it and grilling it that way.
do you press yours down with bricks or anything?
No, I just flatten it out, cut the backbone a little bit to where it lays flat, and all the way through, and just lay it there. As it cooks, it'll sink down and lay a little bit flatter. But see, what I do with most of that brisket, the briskets like that, is I cut them up in the serving sizes and I vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer. Once I vacuum seal them, they'll be good for 2 years in the freezer. And if
that's what I'd like.
I want brisket, I just go get a serving size out and use it.
I'll be right back. I'll see if I can do this here quick.
I'd like to get a vacuum sealer.
Walmart has them pretty cheap. But if you're going to be doing it for a lot of your catfish and your cooking stuff, go to like a Royal King that has the big game vacuum sealers. They're well worth it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
they got the bags and all that, and it's good. They even have the big plastic cutting boards you can use to cut on and all that stuff.
It's like I don't really go hunting anymore, but my son goes and he usually gets a few deer a year.
Those vacuum sealers on deer.
We wrap them up.
Good thing about those vacuum sealers, you can after you get your deer meat cleaned up and dressed out, you can put your dry rub on the meat,
and then vacuum
seal it. And what it does is take the moisture will suck in that meat, just vacuum seal and push it into the meat.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So that's some of the things that I want to do.
Yeah, it's not a bad price. Outdoor addiction.
Just like Outdoors has that. I'm still gonna come up with a name for my channel, and it's gonna have outdoors in it because I want to do some things like that with like some of the things I taught my son how to clean deer and how to butcher deer and just a bunch of other outdoor stuff that.
Oh, I understand.
There we go. I don't know how good you can see them, but the red and green rod holders there, them are the ones I make.
Those are nice. I see them quite well. Oh, trust me, I love venison, especially when you go to freeze it and it's still in a raw form. You pack all your seasonings on it that you want to get it marinated. stuff in that vacuum seal and vacuum seal it real good and tight. Throw it in the fridge for about 72 hours and pull it out and throw it in the smoker.
I wonder if that would work for the Kool-Aid on the chicken.
Vacuum seal?
It does. I vacuum seal up a lot of it, Stan.
It works really good on the chicken, especially when you do the anise in chicken. Or I should say, how you said it on your live stream, Norman's button chicken. That was funny.
Yeah, I was picking on Roger there from Muskrat. Mispronouncing the name.
What you said? You said Norman's anus in chicken.
Yeah.
Not anus. You said Norman's anus.
Yeah.
Like, that? No.
It worked.
They call it anise, but all it is licorice.
Yeah, it's all it is. Liquid licorice, clear.
No.
Yeah, and I actually had it wasn't the
I haven't done that yet, but I thought about doing it outdoors.
when what was the craft store that just went out of business? AC Moore. When they just went out of business recently, and I got some it's not the anise extract, it's anise oil.
Right.
So it doesn't have the alcohol and stuff in it, and it's
Right.
like
That's all you want. You just want the pure, straight anise, which is the oil. It's not the alcohol.
right. If you get the cheaper one at Walmart, it's got the extract. That's got alcohol in it.
Yeah, you don't want the alcohol. You just want the straight oil. Because if Fish and Game find out you're using the anise with alcohol, you can get fined for it.
Really?
Because that's what they call a chemical attractant. The oil is a natural extract, so it won't be a chemical attractant.
Well, what do you know? You learn something every day.
Hey, it's not my fault. I'm sitting on the bank here drinking a beer, getting drunk, and trying to get the fish drunk at the same time is what I'd tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what they'd say with that? Well, here's your ticket. A $350 ticket.
I gotta say, the game wardens around here, anyhow. Well, they're not called game wardens down here, but they're Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries. They've been really pretty decent dudes. The few times that I've ran across them,
Yeah.
the few times I've ran across them, they were really. You showed them your license, and that was it. They, how you doing? Have you had any luck? Blah, blah. In New York, I've had to have pulled out birth certificates, and they check in everything in your boat and your bag and your.
Right.
But the ones here were really decent. I guess they could tell. If you show your license, they look at what you're doing. I mean, they can pretty much tell who's doing what. And
every trout season up here at Frank Holton, Fish and Game knows the repeat offenders.
Yeah.
Because they keep coming there without trout stamps, taking more than the limit's 5 a day per person. And every year they try to walk out there with a bucket full of trout, with about 30 trout to a bucket. And they never make it to the car.
See, that's why I want to come back to Illinois. Up here, we're limited to 3 a day.
Oh, you get 5 a day, but every opening day, Fish and Game are right there behind them, writing them a ticket, taking their gear, and now they're starting to take their cars for repeat offenders, especially these two, the Japanese couple.
No, they've got
7 times in the last year.
I mean, it's just not worth it.
Well, they got their fishing license, but they're not following the creel limits.
Yeah.
Bass is 6, catfish is 6, trout's 5. They take 40 trout.
See, now up here, we can get up to 25 cats a day. We can go to one lake or river system, catch 10. If we leave there, go to another river system or lake, we're allowed 10 more. And then to get the extra 5, we've got to go to the third river system or lake. So we can have up to 25 in possession.
The Kaskaskia River, there's no catfish limit. There's no crappie limit. There's no white bass limit. They got a walleye limit, a bass limit, and that's it on the Kaskaskia.
And on crappie up here now in all the lakes and rivers, they got us limited. It used to be 50, and they cut that in half for sunfish, crappie, perch, and that.
See, they don't have no bluegill limit here. Frank Holton don't have a crappie limit or bluegill limit. Kaskaskia don't have a crappie limit or a bluegill limit. But then again, you try to find bluegills on the Kaskaskia, good luck. They're nowhere around to be found.
Well,
because that river is full of big flatheads and big blues that eat bluegills.
And then people wonder why I want to move back to Illinois. I want to get back down there because I can fill my freezer up with crappie and live all winter on crappie. I can eat them 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I want one of them too, Mark. Those things are a big game vacuum sealer. I got a cheap one right now from Walmart that cost me about $30. It does all right, but I mean I have to cut the portions down smaller.
But mine cost me $89 at Walmart.
Oh, when I go to buy me another one, it's going to be a bigger vacuum sealer. I won't get that one out of Rural King for fishing and hunting. That's exactly what I want to do the same thing with. I don't want to have to cut them down to size. I want to keep the meat that I want to smoke whole until it's cooked in one bag.
That's pretty much what I can do at mine. I spent $89 for mine at Walmart. It'll do the big 2.5, 3 foot bags.
Right. But see, all my bags I can cut down the size I want. But the vacuum sealer right now I have is about like this wide, and it takes bags that wide. But you can make them as long as you want. But it is what it is until I buy the vacuum sealer I want.
Mine's like 30 inches wide.
I'm looking at one Royal King that's going to be 42 inches wide.
But then I can do everything below that as well on mine.
Right.
I can do the little bags.
Yeah, just cut the bags down to size and seal them off.
Well, look, guys, I'm going to jump on out of here. I'm beat from this morning still, so.
You got to work tomorrow, or are you going back fishing again?
No, I won't be able to. I probably won't be able to walk tomorrow.
Well,
that was really bad. It was pretty much a slant, no matter where it was at on that spot. Even if it's just a little bit, that just gets hits right in the lower back, and I deal with it when I was there. And
you and your son almost made me spit my coffee out at work twice today, all over the monitor.
Mark, I know exactly what you're talking about. Mine will do 30 inches wide, and the length of the bag is however long you cut it.
And I tell you what, between you and your son, I didn't know which way I was going to spit my coffee.
Well, that means a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's how we fish. We've always been like that.
But your son casts like I cast.
What's that?
Your son casts like I cast. He goes.
Yeah,
we both cast for the other side of the bank. We don't cast short distance.
Well, he's had a rod in his hand. We had him camping when he was I don't even think he was a year old yet when he first went camping. So he's been outdoors since longer than he can remember. That's for sure.
That's good.
So that he can. That's how he takes me fishing now. So he goes out and he does the kayak in the river, and he loves it. He had a 60-pounder last year, sleigh riding him for a while on the kayak out there. He loved it.
Well, that works too. The cheapest one just for your catfish baits, that works great. But with me and my shads and my meats I want to do, I need a bigger one.
That's the other thing.
Order, Mark. You order them through the Walmart site.
That's the other thing I want the vacuum sealer for.
You can get vacuum sealers from Academy Outdoors and Sports. They carry them. If you have Rural King around your area, they carry them. There's a lot of outdoor places that will carry vacuum sealers besides Walmart.
And they carry the wide ones too.
Right.
A lot of different places.
They carry the wide ones. They carry the big fishing game ones. For hunters and fishermen that want to get the like if you want to take a big catfish and just cut the pectoral fins and dorsal fins off and vacuum seal it that way.
No,
you could do
another really good way to do it if you don't want to spend the money on a vacuum sealer that actually heat seals the bags. Have you ever seen the plastic bags where you shove your pillows, blankets, clothing, stuff like that in, and then you just take the small shop vac and suck the air out of them? That works just as good, and throw it in the freezer.
I never thought of that.
And they're a whole lot cheaper too, going that route. Because you can unzip them, you can actually turn them inside out, wash them, reuse them.
Yeah, but the only thing I'd hate is a zipper freezing up and ripping out.
Yeah, but them bags aren't really that expensive.
Yeah, I'd like to get the sealer to put shad and bait away for the days like because trying to do it in the Ziploc baggies and whatnot, and I just haven't had luck with it.
If you catch shad, put them in the cooler with ice, salt, and water. So when you get them home, they're already pre-frozen. Lay them out on paper towels and damp them dry. Then put them in the Ziploc baggie and vacuum seal them. They're frozen. Just stick them right in the freezer.
That's what I usually do too. I'll buy a big 20-pound bag of ice.
Yep.
A gallon of water. I'll use maybe 3/4 of that gallon of water, and then I'll buy the Morton's pickling salt, mix in with it. And they're solid by the time you get home.
I use sea salt, 20-pound bag of ice, and 3 1-gallon jugs of water in there. Because I got a bigger cooler, so I like to fill that damn thing as full as I can with skipjack and shad.
My cooler's not all that big.
And you just throw them right in the slurry.
Throw them right in the slurry. They'll freeze solid.
I do 150. I have a 150-quart marine cooler.
Yep.
I throw 4 20-pound bags in there and fill it halfway full of water, salt, mix it in, and just start throwing bait in it.
I don't remember what size it is, but I got one of those. It's about as big as a coffee table, the big white ones.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those like big 5-day. Yeah, it's like a 5-day cooler or something.
Right, that's a 150-quart marine cooler. That's a 150-quart marine cooler.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of camping, so we had that. That's what we used to use back then.
I think my cooler is only like 20, 25 quart.
I got 250 quarts. I got 358 quarts. I got a 55 quart and about 3 lunch boxes. That's all coolers.
Hey, you got if you do stuff outdoors, you got to have coolers.
I do a lot of work outside at work, And I take coolers and keep my lunch and stuff in them.
Yep. Yep. If you work, you do anything outside, anything, you got to have coolers. So
one of my best DIY projects, believe it or not, was 2 cat litter box buckets. You buy them 5-gallon buckets, cat litter at Walmart.
Yeah.
Rip the lid off of one. And I actually think I have the drill here. I actually drilled 7/16 holes all through the first one that I ripped the lid off of. And then that'll slide, or you don't, oh shit, leave the lid on the one you drill the holes in. Right. The other one, rip the bucket off. That way when you slide your bucket down inside the other one will hold water, but the one you drilled all the holes in, run a pool noodle around the top of that, and you can actually toss that right out in the water, and it'll hold your bait.
Yeah, but don't you have to put a screen in there around the holes?
No. You know, using the 7/16 hole, so it's excellent for bluegill.
Oh, okay.
I do the same thing. It's the yellow bucket. It's the yellow buckets.
Yep.
Tidy cat. That's and what then, we get.
I'm not sure right where it's at right now, but
I did this.
Hey, whatever you do not try to put Asian carp in that bucket that's in the water. Don't jump back out.
Well, no, you got the lid. It's got the lid that snaps down on it.
Oh, okay.
We use that for my wife loves
do that. He put 6 carp in there that big. They busted the lid off and they got out.
My wife loves crabbing, so we go down to when we go to the pier. I do the same thing, but I got the bucket with the lid on it. I got the holes all drilled. Got it on a rope, and we put that over the side. When we check the traps, we bring it up, dump the crab in it, dump it back.
I bought that little blue air filter with the air hose for a fish tank. Right. And I bought that little cheap aerator that holds the 2 AA batteries. And that's all I run it from when I go from one spot to the next for air.
I do have a live well video that I put up and I modified for the well in the back of my truck running off a car battery.
Yeah, I like that video you did there.
Huh?
I like that video you did of that cooler.
Yeah, I even put a filtration system in there as well.
I'll keep the blue crab alive like that the whole time we're there. Then just before we leave, you throw them in the cooler with the ice. So by the time that you get home, they're all just they stay good and alive, and you throw them on the ice, and they just kind of go dormant. So by the time you get home, you can just take care of them. And
you got the best of both worlds.
Oh, it's awesome here, yeah. Saltwater is. You
got your saltwater fishing, you got your freshwater fishing. Man, if I was up there, I'd be going after some of them saltwater stripers.
Well, they come right up to James in the summertime.
Those things are 50-pound fish.
Yep. There's we catch them right here in Richmond in the springtime when the shad run comes up. We got hickory and American shad that come up the river from saltwater.
Where are you at again?
What's that?
Again? Where do you live at again?
Me, I live Richmond, Virginia, just outside of it.
I'm gonna have to make a trip up there sometime.
Oh, whenever you want. It's awesome up here.
I'd have to go up there and not after the catch, but after those stripers, those big freaking stripers.
Yep. In the springtime, they run right all the way up. In the fall, there's a fall season too. There's not as many here in the fall. They're more more southeast than out in the James that gets down closer to saltwater. We're way up to the top, close to the fall line where the tide. That's where the tide stops. Right. So half the James is tidal, and the upper half is just a regular river. The tide can't make it up. But
see, Mark, the reason why I use my 150 quart coolers because I normally sell some of my baits to bait shops, like my shad and my skipjack, to local bait shops that need bait. I make a few bucks here and there, but I don't charge them a lot.
Yeah, here in Virginia, they're real strict with that. You can't even you're not even technically supposed to barter with somebody and say, "I'll give you some shad if you give me some hooks."
Barter. We just have this in agreement. I want this, you want this, and that's
Yep.
what it is.
You're not allowed to use. You're not allowed. You're not. If you caught shad, unless you can give it to people for bait or whatever. But if you say you're not allowed to like sell it to anybody, or even if you get any type of value in return for the shad, you need a commercial license to do it.
Yeah,
Well,
we
see,
got
you're
that
getting
here.
Right, but I gave it to him. He gave me this.
Yeah.
No swaps, no trades, nothing. There's no cash exchange.
Yeah.
The fishing game goes, sounds like bartering, but you guys gave each other what they wanted, and there's nothing swapped out between.
But anyways, I'm gonna jump off of here. If y'all are gonna be on for a while, I'll probably be listening once I get back upstairs. But I appreciate you having me on, Avid, and I appreciate all your support today, Avid. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
I'm not going to be on here much longer. I just wanted to come on live and say hi to everybody and let everybody know I'm still up and around. I miss doing lives.
I got to hop off here too, so.
Catfish and Crappie, you're doing a great job on Friday nights. Keep up the good work.
He's just he's a host extraordinaire, isn't he?
Yes, he has. His channel is, hey Lyle, his channel has,
Hey, Lyle, Lynn.
has exploded since he started doing lives.
Yeah, and filling in like on the couples challenge when he was there.
Oh yeah, I mean he's just growing on YouTube
and his lives, and he's just a very entertaining person. He
has a demeanor that you want to watch, you want to listen, you want to be around, you want to hear what he has to say.
I'll pop this up here for you, Avid. Come on up, Lyle. Get the man himself up here.
But yeah, like I was saying about Mark, look what he's grown from. I was his first guest, so he's went from me all the way to Lyle. So.
he has taken off.
Yeah.
Good. That's okay, Lyle. I understand.
You're never too beat to talk, Lyle.
No, I can understand. He's getting ready for shoulder surgery and all this, so he needs to take it easy.
Needs his beauty sleep, but he's never going to get it at his age. Neither am I.
I have no room to talk about that. So.
Beauty? You call this beautiful? I don't. Even shaven, I'm not beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is my hair. This is crazy. I went in the military right out of high school, so I've always had clean shave. And then I managed restaurants, so you had to have shorter hair, and I wasn't even. That's why I've just do this since I don't do restaurants anymore.
I always keep my hair cut short. Can't you see that?
Where you at, Lynn?
What's that?
Lynn Leeper says it's snowing good where he's at.
It's snowing good here too.
So this hair is crazy. This is probably the longest I've had since I was a kid.
Oh, you're in Iowa, okay.
Most of the time, I keep my hair cut so short I don't even have a comb or a brush.
Mark, beauty's in the eye of your holder, and I don't judge men, so. Yeah, I agree with you, Lyle. Lynn can keep that.
I keep my brush handy all the time.
Yeah, well, it's about down to your shoulder blades back there, Ace.
Man, it's getting there again. It used to be down to the waistline, and I cut it last year. And wish I'd have never cut it, but
I need to go to a barber shop. I haven't been to one since the COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lucky. My wife, she's really good at doing the buzz cut. So
No,
that's
one buzz cuts my hair.
that's coming up here. I've had it like that since the mid '80s. So
I grew up with that. Every time we went to my grandparents, it doesn't matter if it was just 2 weeks ago, he'd get the clippers out. If our hair was over 3/4 of an inch long, we got shaved.
Oh, I hated that when I was a kid. Your mom would come up, put a bowl over your head, and just stuck on the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is when she put the bowl on the head that's flat, I tilted it back. Front cut, I tilted it back so she went down around the bowl, and I left it back long.
Well,
After her mom got under her 3 or 4 times about it, she goes, "I get his bangs cut just right." The next thing you know, he tilts that bowl back and holds it down to where I cut down around his ears and go back around his neck, and it comes out long on him.
mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm really jumping out of here this time. Thanks again, everybody. Ace, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. We'll talk to y'all later.
I'll go live again tomorrow.
Awesome. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
All right. I'm going to kick out of here too, Avid. So you have a good night.
All right. Yeah, I'll have a good night. What are you talking about, Lynn? Oh, never mind. No. Not even going to ask. I shouldn't have asked. I caught that one. Exactly, Mark. I'd be glad when the selection is over with. I'm tired of getting spammed. I'm from Belleville. I'm southern Illinois. Did you catch any catfish or was it crappie, Mark? Those are bluebirds. Oh, wow. You had to work that hard for them? Hi, Douglas. How are you doing? How many crappie did you catch? That's nice. 13 total. That makes a nice meal. A couple nice meals. Hi, Angie. So what did you do with Cannon? Did you tuck him away in bed? Oh, I understand that one. No, I haven't, Lyle. I've been busy with work. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. Was he on a lake or was that his pond? Ow. Tell him to go to the dentist. Yeah, I know he has a pond that's set up for crappie, one for bluegills, one for cats, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you get some big 10-inch crappies, and they're not something you want to scoff at. Hey, Sean, what's up? Well, I'm going to let you all get off here and go to bed, get relaxed, and everything. I came on tonight to say hi, let you know how everything's going, and to sit back and chat. That'd be cool. Yeah, 10-inch gills are really good eats. Ten-inch gills, man. Finding 10-inch gills down here is gonna be hard. It's getting late here, and I know it's getting late for everybody else. I'm gonna close this out, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow if I go live during the day. So y'all be safe, tight lines, and have fun. I will see you all later, either in the next video or next live. Yeah, have an awesome week. Remember to go see Lyle Monday night on Catfish Weekly.